My girlfriend wants to quit her job and I told her I won't support her financially. Now she's calling me selfish. I'll just say it. I'm losing my mind and I kinda hate my own apartment now. Me, 29M, and my girlfriend Lily, 28F, have been together for 3 years, living together for 1. It's a decent 2-bedroom in Portland. Nothing fancy, but it's close to her yoga studio and my job at the brewery. Last Thursday, Lily walks into the kitchen in her robe. It's 11:30 a.m. She's got that deep thoughts face on and says, "I've been thinking, I want to quit my job," so I laugh. Not in a mean way, just reflexively. She works at this boutique jewelry store in the Pearl District, complains about it daily. I figured she meant she finally got fed up and was looking for something else. But nah, she looks at me dead serious and says, "No, like, not work at all. I want time to find myself." I ask, "Okay, find yourself where? Like, with a job you actually like?" She rolls her eyes like I just missed the point entirely. I mean, like, spiritually, creatively. I need to not work. I need to wake up without a clock and just be. Maybe do art again, maybe travel a little. And then she goes, "I think this would be good for us. I could finally work on myself fully. You believe in me, right?" I don't even know what to say. I asked, "And how are you planning to pay rent? Bills, groceries?" She goes quiet for a beat, then says, "Well, I was hoping we could split responsibilities differently. I do more at home. You take care of finances. Just for a while, like it's just a little shift, not a fucking full-on job transfer from her to me." I told her flat out I couldn't afford that. I already pay 60% of everything since I make more. I also save for emergencies and chip in for her car insurance because she was tight last year. I'm not ballin'. I work at a fucking brewery, not Google. She got quiet, then said, "I thought you'd support me." Like emotionally and practically, I told her supporting her emotionally doesn't mean bankrolling her personal sabbatical. That I'm not her dad. She just walked out. Dead silence since. That was Thursday. It's now Monday. She's been finding herself in the second bedroom, painting and posting vague spiritual quotes on her Instagram like, "If it costs your peace, it's too expensive." Last night, she texted me from the living room saying, "I need a partner who believes in my growth. You're selfish." She lives under my roof, using my food, my Netflix, and still called me selfish. So now I'm asking Reddit, am I the a-hole here? Like, seriously? So yeah, after her little spiritual awakening declaration, I tried to be chill. Really. I figured she needed to cool off, get it out of her system, and eventually come back down to earth. Wrong. She doubled down hard. I come home Friday night after closing a double shift. I reek of hops and beer foam, haven't eaten anything besides a protein bar since noon, and she's got friends over. 3 of them, sitting on the floor in a circle like some indie movie scene, candles lit, incense burning, Taylor Swift's All Too Well 10-minute version playing in the background. There's wine on the carpet. I just cleaned that fucking carpet last weekend. She sees me come in and barely looks up. "Hey babe, we're just doing a releasing ritual." "You're welcome to join," I said. "I just worked 12 hours. I'm not joining your coven. Can y'all wrap it up before midnight?" Her friend Tasha, the one who thinks Mercury retrograde is a personality trait, scoffs and goes, "Maybe if you released your toxic energy, you wouldn't be so tense all the time." That was the moment I knew I'd lose it. I didn't say anything. I just went straight to our room, grabbed a pillow and blanket, and crashed on the couch. Next morning, Lily's sitting on the floor again, painting these abstract blobs on canvas and humming like she's in a trance. I go, "Hey, so we need to talk. Are you seriously planning to just not work? For how long?" She says, "As long as it takes. Capitalism is a trap, and I'm breaking free." I ask, "Okay, and how are you paying for your freedom?" She shrugs. "I thought we were building a life together. Isn't that what couples do? One person holds it down when the other is lost?" I said, "Yeah, temporarily, not when the other person chooses to get lost." She starts crying, not like sobbing, but that passive-aggressive tear that rolls down the cheek while she stares at you like you just killed her dream. Says I never saw her and don't value her journey. I reminded her I already pick up most of the tab. I helped her pay off her damn dental bill last year, and I even cooked her fucking lentil stew when she was doing that gut detox nonsense. She goes, "Yeah, because I asked. You never offer." Now I'm the villain because I wait until she's clearly struggling to step in. What, am I supposed to read her aura? Here's the best part though. On Sunday, she says she wants to have a real talk and lays out this wild idea. She wants to sublet our apartment and go nomad for a few months. Backpacking, staying in hostels, sleeping on couches. Just to reset, she says, to get clarity. I blinked. "And what happens to me while you're off playing Eat, Pray, Love?" She says, "You can come." But I figured you wouldn't. You're too rooted. I laughed. Not because it was funny, it's because it was insane. I told her, "I pay the lease. You're not subletting sit." She lost it. Starts yelling, "You're trying to trap me. You're no better than my dad. which was rich, considering her dad literally paid her rent for 2 years in college while she studied consciousness studies and dropped out after 1 semester. She stormed off to Tasha's, left her crystals behind though. Guess those don't fit in a tote bag. That was 3 days ago. She's still not back. Just posts stuff like, she remembered who she was and the game changed, with those moody black and white selfies where she's looking out the window like an indie singer-songwriter. And me? I'm sitting here eating cold pizza and wondering if this is what emotional abuse looks like in 2025. So Lily's still at Tasha's, hasn't come home, hasn't paid her half of the rent, and won't answer my texts unless it's a cryptic quote or a meme about letting go of dead weight. I thought she just needed a few days to cool off, maybe realize how nuts this all sounds. Instead, she escalated and dragged in her mom. Monday night, I'm dead tired, halfway through nuking a Trader Joe's chicken tikka, when I hear a knock, not the buzzer, a knock, which already pissed me off because we've got a working fucking doorbell. I open the door, and there's Susan, Lily's mom, standing there with her sunglasses still on and holding a Whole Foods paper bag like she's bringing peace offerings to a starving war survivor. Susan, I say confused, everything okay? She walks right past me, doesn't wait for an invite, sets the bag on the counter and starts unpacking vegan muffins like this is a therapy brunch. I thought we should talk, she says, woman to man. I go, okay, but I'm not a woman. She doesn't laugh. Instead, she looks around the apartment like she's judging the feng shui. Then she hits me with, Lily told me everything. I'm worried about her. She's going through a lot. I nod, trying to stay calm. Yeah, well, I'm kind of going through a lot too. Like, paying rent, alone. Susan tilts her head. Isn't love supposed to be unconditional? I'm sorry. What? I didn't sign up to sponsor her soul searching, I tell her. She wants to backpack through Europe like she's in a fucking Levi's ad, and I'm just supposed to smile and cover the bills? Susan sighs like I'm a disappointment. You know, Lily is a very special girl. Sensitive, empathic. Not everyone can handle her depth. I blinked. Depth? She hasn't showered in 3 days and thinks Amazon is part of the problem. She's got depth, all right. Susan doesn't laugh again. This woman has never laughed at a joke that wasn't in a Hallmark card. She says, Lily told me you've always struggled with vulnerability. Maybe you're afraid of losing control. Now I'm just standing there, watching my girlfriend's mom psychoanalyze me over stale muffins in my own fucking kitchen. Like I'm the project here. Then she drops the final nuke. If you really loved her, you'd sacrifice more. I swear to God, something in me snapped. I said, I've sacrificed plenty. My time, my energy, my money, my patience. I don't mind being supportive, but I'm not her father, her therapist, or her damn ATM. She's 28, not 18. Susan got all stiff, picked up the muffins, shoved them back in the bag, and said, I see. Well, I hope you find clarity. No thank you. No sorry for dropping by uninvited. Just walked out like she dropped some mic. I stood there holding a paper towel roll, feeling like I just got fired from a job I didn't know I applied for. That night, Lily posted a photo of the moon with a caption. Some people will never understand the process of blooming. That's okay. I'm not blooming for them. I commented, pay your fucking rent, and she deleted it. Now I'm just sitting here wondering if I should change the locks. Legally, can I? Because she hasn't been here for days, but her shit's still here. Her plants, her cat, which I've been feeding, her weird moon rocks on the windowsill. Oh, and guess who Venmo requested me $80 yesterday for spiritual supplies? That's right, Lily, the girl who doesn't have a job anymore. So a few days after Susan's muffin-based intervention, I finally start getting my peace back. I'm blasting music again, playing Xbox shirtless, leaving dishes in the sink, kind of vibing in my own filth like a divorced dad on his weekend alone. Then Friday around noon, I hear a loud knock. This one's aggressive, not like Amazon package knock, more like police with a warrant knock. I open the door, it's her brother Cody. For context, Cody's 24, rides a Ducati, smokes American spirits, and talks like he just got out of a Joe Rogan marathon. Last time we hung out, he ranted about how wolves are misunderstood alphas. That kind of guy. Yo, he says, stepping forward like he's gonna dab me up. I don't move. What's up? I ask, arms crossed. He looks around the hallway dramatically. Can we talk outside? We step onto the curb and he immediately launches in like he's been practicing this speech in his head for days. Look, man, I get it. You're stressed. Rent's high, world's messed up, jobs suck. But Lily's going through a transformation right now, and instead of supporting her, you're like, holding her back. I laugh. Transformation? Bro, she painted 3 triangles on a canvas and asked me to cover her rent. That's not enlightenment, that's manipulation. He raises his hands, all peace and love. You're too linear, man. She's exploring new energy. She's breaking cycles. Not everyone has to grind till they die. I say, cool. Then she can go be broke somewhere else. That's when he really turns up. She told me you make her feel small, that you don't believe in her anymore, that she's scared to be herself around you. Oh, now I'm the emotionally abusive one. Classic. I go, she's scared to be herself because herself is unemployed and vibing in my apartment while I pay the bills. He goes, no, she's scared because you're emotionally constipated. You don't see her. You don't get her anymore. I blink at him. You've known her for what, your whole life? How many bills has she made you pay? He shrugs. This isn't about money, bro. It's exactly about money, I snap. She quit her job and just assumed I'd pick up the slack like a fucking stepdad. Meanwhile, I'm eating leftover rice and wondering if I can afford new tires. Cody shakes his head and drops the ultimate TED Talk closer. You're just mad she outgrew you. That one stung. Because maybe there's a kernel of truth in there. Maybe we did stop vibing. Maybe she wants some barefoot van life polyamory era, and I'm over here comparing air fryer brands on Reddit. But that doesn't make me wrong. And it sure as hell doesn't mean I owe her free rent to go paint planets and post quotes from Rupi Kaur. So I told Cody, tell your sister to come get her SJT or I'm putting it all on the curb Monday. He scoffs, mutters something about toxic masculinity, and peels off on his loud-ass Ducati like he just dropped some Gandalf-level wisdom. Later that night, Lily posted an IG story of her and Cody doing tarot in a forest with the caption, "Surround yourself with people who get it." Black moon, cool. I hope the cards told her she's about to be homeless. Oh! And the next day, I get a text from a random number saying, "You're not the villain, but you're not the hero either." I just texted back, "New phone. Who dis?" and blocked it. So here's where the finale kicks in. Sunday afternoon, 5 days since Cody's curbside life coaching. I've got moving out energy. I've already boxed up her crystals, dream journals, half-used essential oils, and that weird macrame wall hanging that always fell off the hook. I text her, "Hey, your stuff's boxed. Pick it up by Monday. Otherwise, it's going in storage. I'm done." 3 hours later, knock at the door. No warning, no on my way. Just boom, boom, boom. It's her. And she looks different. She's wearing this flowy linen dress like she's auditioning to be the fifth sister wife on some Utah commune. No makeup, no shoes, barefoot, holding a compostable coffee cup and a canvas tote that says, "Energy never lies." I open the door. No greeting. She walks in like it's still her place, sees the boxes stacked near the wall, freezes. "That's how you're doing this?" she says. I go, "Yeah, because I've been saying this for 2 weeks. You just didn't hear it through your incense smoke." She takes a breath like she's about to cry, but then stiffens, sets her coffee down and crosses her arms. "You really think you're doing the right thing?" she asks. "You think kicking me out is noble?" I go, "It's not about being noble. It's about being done. You checked out weeks ago, Lily. I'm just finishing what you started." She shakes her head. "No, you quit on me. I came to you raw, open, vulnerable, and you shut the door. You made me feel like a burden. You are a burden," I snap. "You want to explore your soul or whatever? Cool, do it, but not on my fucking dime. That's not how partnership works." She stares at me dead serious and says, "You chose your peace over my potential. That's not love." And I swear for a second I almost laughed. Not because it was funny, but because it was so perfectly Lily. That was our entire relationship in a sentence. Her feelings are facts, my limits are attacks. I didn't respond. Just walked to the boxes, picked up the one with her cat's toys in it, and handed it to her. She took it, quietly, then looked at me and said, "I hope you find a woman who's okay being small." I said, "I hope you find a guy who owns a guest house." She left. No hug, no tears, just the sound of her sandals slapping down the hallway. The next morning, I changed the locks, told the landlord, removed her from the lease. That night, best sleep I've had in a year. 2 weeks later, I saw her tagged in a post from some guy named Zachary. Big beard, arm tattoos, into sound baths and kombucha brewing. Caption was, "When she blooms, it's a forest fire. Grateful to witness her rise." Cool, I'm happy for them. I really am. Because now when my paycheck hits, I know exactly where it's going. Food, rent, and maybe a vacation. Not spiritual supplies. Do I regret it? Sometimes. Yeah. She was beautiful, magnetic, smart in her own wild way. But was she right? Did I choose peace over potential? Absolutely. And I'd do it again because peace, man, peace is fucking underrated. Thanks for watching. If you liked the story, hit subscribe. See you in the next one.